Welcome to the Busy Being Born podcast with your hosts Kamande and Kigondu.
Wait, to apologize for 69. It's not offensive, is it?
It is.
Is it?
It's Nini. It's here we are not Nini for those kinds of jokes.
I hear you, bro.
We're not famous for that. 10 years ago.
No. Do you know there was a guest alikuwa kwa hii episode alimake hiyo joke ya 69 pia?
Nani?
Watch any episodes zimepita. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Busy Being Born podcast.
Episode number
69. Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah,
man.
How are you? How have you been?
Fresh,
it's been a minute.
Niko poa, it's been a literal minute. It's been
been a while since we recorded the last episode. Yeah. But it's because of good things. It's not in any way because anything bad has happened. It's just because of how busy we've been, especially you.
Have I?
You have been, no?
Well, yeah, true story.
The last 1 month was very busy for you.
Yeah, for sure. 1 month. Hey, imekuwa a good chunk of the year because we are smack in the first few weeks of the second half of the year. Maze, so the first half has been busy. It has been full of life.
Yeah.
Life in all aspects, Maze, from loves to losses to successes to work to rest to a bit of everything, Maze. Umekuaje?
Mi kwanza niko na performance anxiety because we're in a new studio for today temporarily.
Yeah.
Lots of lighting, so for those who are watching, you'll notice that I look cuter. That's not something I'm known for, but here we are. So the lighting is extra special, but pia nipatia performance anxiety. Nasikia ni kama niko na palpitations kwa nini. So if you hear me stuttering, just know that it's because we're in a new studio.
I hear you.
But other than that, I'm great. I was telling Abu when we just before we hit record today that life is hard and life is easy depending on the day. But I'm okay.
That's
I'm
good.
okay. I think that's been the fixture for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like so beaten by life. Sometimes I feel so good about it. But then those are just things happening. So yeah. I'm still at the same place.
Just
I don't think it gets any easier.
Being the observer.
Yeah, being the observer.
Watch out on the hizo layers, Maze. Let's go na hizo layers. How's parenting?
Parenting is actually the thing that is most energy giving.
Okay.
Right? We're at the stage where our kids, especially the older one, is sort of his personality is taking shape. That's a really, really good thing. I went to school the other day, my wife and I, to talk to the teachers for they're continuous check-ins. Every couple of months we check in with the teachers. And one of the things that came out was that he's paying attention. He pays attention so much. The teacher was laughing because she was like, this kid always seems to be listening to me very keenly. I'm not even sure he understands what I'm saying. He's just like, he's like just looking at the teacher. And then I realized, okay, maybe some of the things that we tell him about, the least we can do is just pay attention to every single moment. And he seems to be, listening. And I shed a tear. I felt really, really good about that. I mean, there's a lot of other good things, but I think that seems to be the most important one. That he's so far he's kind and pays attention.
Yeah.
And I think for me, those two things at this point of his life and maybe forever, those are the two most important things. So he's being a parent in the midst of all the chaos of life and sort of having kids that you have a relationship with. At least for me, I can say that for myself. It's very rejuvenating every day. So, you get home and, the things are all over the place. Based on your day, based on things happening, then you play with your kids for 1 hour. And in that 1 hour, you forget about everything. But something, again, you can communicate to people because I think these are things that you have to experience yourself. And for me, that experience continues to be the most wonderful experience of my life, just being a father.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Maze.
So on that side, yeah, I'm really, really grateful for that.
Yeah.
He sent me his first email yesterday.
His
Like
first
a
email.
very coherent email.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't go to school yesterday because we had that teacher parents thing, and so in the evening he because he has a tablet that he uses for playing games and watching cartoons. He sent me an email. He didn't have a subject, so we have to fix that.
Yeah. Shans of pressure.
And the salutation was all over the place.
Yeah.
Actually, there was no salute. It was like, hi Baba, can we get you from work today?
Yeah.
And then lots of emojis.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
Again, really like tearjerker. I think that's the right word.
Yeah.
Proper tearjerker. I actually had to go out and just just let out a few whiffs.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That's dope. Yeah.
That's on the parenting side.
Okay.
So it's so helpful.
That's really beautiful,
Yeah.
man. And to think that Maze, akiwa like he's 4?
Mm-hmm.
He's 4.
He's 6.
He's 6.
Yeah, he's 6.
Time imekimbia.
Time imekimbia.
Okay, so his first email is at 6. Your
Yeah.
first email was probably at 21.
That is very true.
Indeed.
That is very true.
Kwa cyber.
Actually, this is not his first email. He's sent emails.
Okay.
Just that they're never coherent.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he just types things.
Yeah.
Now he actually knows how to go and look for my
Yeah.
email address. I mean, it pops up as the
Yeah,
first
look
one.
at
There's
that,
one else,
bro.
and then writes
Yeah.
like something. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I sometimes I look at my kids, I'm like, I don't think they realize how much joy they give me. If they knew how much joy they give me, they'd charge me for it. 100%. They're like, this can't be free.
Yeah.
We can't make you this happy for free.
Yeah.
But I think that's what love is.
Oh man, that is what love is. In fact, imefanya nifikiria nani ni J-Lo. And if you had my love and I gave you all, would you? Yeah, and the other side of love, when the other person knows how much they mean to you, would they take advantage of that? Yeah, so clearly maze wangejua wangekucharge. But you've raised them well. Kazi poa, man. Kazi poa.
Ama
sana.
bahati pia. Bahati pia.
Well, ni bahati lakini imekuwa na influence. Unajua kuna bahati ina influence.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah,
so for sure.
You have to sometimes you have to make your luck as well.
Exactly.
Actually, you have to make your luck.
Literally that.
Yeah, you have to make your luck.
That's what's up. How's the physique bana? Mgongo ilitulia.
Kila kitu physical is I'm killing it right now.
Okay.
I'm not running as much anymore.
Yeah.
Because of my calf.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's great. Although I did try this thing out where I realized that I'm stronger than I look because of my genes. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to eat more protein. So I've been talking to one of the guys who's one of the leading bodybuilders in Kenya. He's like, this guy has like 6% body fat. He's so jacked. Those guys who
Who be this?
a guy at the gym that I train at. Shout out to Leo. I don't know if he listen to this. I was like, oh yeah, bro, maybe one of the things you need to do to be a bit more jacked is eat more protein. Okay, interesting. What does that? Tell me about your diet, because I think I eat a lot of protein. I take a protein shake every day. I do all these things. And I was like, you know what? Eat 30 eggs a day.
Whoa.
Okay, that's what he does.
Yeah.
But he trains hard. He trains really, really hard. So I tried eating not 30 eggs a day.
Yeah.
Just about 6.
Yeah.
6 eggs a day. And I'm gonna maybe try it for a few more weeks.
Okay, and are you training daily?
I train daily, yes.
Okay.
I do train daily, yeah.
Makes sense.
But also I think eggs might have an effect on my skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not very sure about it. So I'll find other ways of getting protein. So I'm training well. You?
Hapo sawa. Mi niko chill. Mi ni the opposite of that. So mi imebidi ni drop eggs, nime drop fresh milk, nime drop ngano. Finally.
I'm sure that's the one that hurts most.
Actually didn't hurt. The pain hurt more.
Okay.
The pain hurt more. Because unakumbuka my January, February, March, I spent a lot of money and I felt a lot of pain. My gut ilikuwa imesema, that's it, bro, that's it. So yeah, one of the choices of remedy ilikuwa dropping a few things. So dropped red meat. I'm doing chicken and fish.
Just white meat.
Yeah, just white. And going mostly green. Yeah, so I'm doing, so for instance, kajana sapa ilikuwa kendi hata ni this, but whatever, man. Sapa yangu ilikuwa mix ya njahe na peas. That's it.
Yeah.
And some greens. That's it. And you drink water. And I'm good. Breakfast oatmeal. That's heavy on fiber.
Yeah.
And I'm good. I'll probably do ndoma. I had like ndoma sauteed, for lunch. Nani kiasi tu.
And some protein, good. Maybe.
Yeah. So hapo ndio na chill.
So, and are you feeling good? Are you feeling better?
Oh, for sure, man. Within a week, nilikuwa already in a better place. Wow. So nika realize one ilinisaidia ku get slightly more leaner. The only thing sasa that remains ni na hii ndio nilikuwa kushota story ya chiropractor. Ni just a bit more stretching. A bit more stretching on my end. Maybe not more running, more cycling.
More cycling
for sure. Because generation yetu saizi tuna struggle na nini cholesterol for sure, na testosterone iko down deadly. So diet ina influence a lot of things.
Actually, that is the most important thing.
Kila kitu, bro. And we've been here before. Effects of fasting and
fasting all. And are you still doing a bit of the fasting?
A bit of the fasting for sure. But I'm also not pushing too hard because on the other side I'm not saying in a reduced productivity, but mentally I feel at least biting something during the day it
gives you some energy.
Better sleep, but on the other side a little more energy. But I'm not shut off to that, so I'm doing occasionally my 14-16 hours of like sort of fast, but it's not like persistent. Besides that, definitely a lot more water. Ni tweaks kidogo like ni realize si lazima realize si lazima ufanye like life and death sort of shifts like ile umekaa mkosif manyangi nini. It's just very very slight changes. Exactly actually hata sembe yenyewe sisemi nimereduce but niko okay, then a little bit of less white sembe. Unajua
you're very lucky wewe si Mluya.
Bro tutaanza kwenda dad jokes man. But I hear you. Besides that, every other thing, sorry, I hear story. No, besides that, every other thing is easy. Na keep going with the flow. Niko space fit man, boka tu.
One of the things that has been on my mind a lot is and maybe I feel like we've talked about it at some point, but it's this idea of opening the dark parts of ourselves, like the closet into the dark parts of our minds and our psyche. One of the things that I'm learning, and I'm going to be very forthright here and say that the more you look deep down into yourself with utmost honesty, then you find a lot of things that you might not like. I don't know if you've had that experience at all.
That's interesting. What do you mean by the bad side?
I feel like we've talked about this before, but we touched on it lightly. Maybe 2 years ago when we talked about things like envy or jealousy.
Okay.
Or I don't know, even a bit of, you can see like some hatred or some judgment. And even things about our personality. That we sort of don't like. So personally speaking out for myself, right? And that's the nature of life. That's the card. Those are the cards we've been dealt.
So it feels like you have something in mind. Like when you thought about this, what was crossing your mind?
So it's been a few months of sort of once you're doing a lot of self-discovery and starting to see things about how your mind works and brutally being okay with looking into those very dark corners of your mind and what arises in your mind, then you don't just find the good things. You just don't find the innate compassion or just notice you being very wholesome. You don't notice the love, the peace. You notice it, but that's not the only thing that's there. Right? I remember when you talked about this, I was telling you, like for instance, I do notice a certain element of, let's say, comparison with other people, right? And you feel envious about them. So, you see someone driving a big car, doing something that you don't have. And if you're honest with yourself, there is a negative and unskillful thing that arises and you can see it. For me, at least. I don't know about any other person, but at least the texts as well and anyone who teaches about psychology, they seem to say the same thing. Now, the challenge with that is once you are okay seeing it and you're no longer trying to hide from it, you must accept it as a core part of yourself. And I think crossing over that bridge and just accepting that you're not as good a person as you really think you are, and accepting that wholly. That this is what comes, and this is what you've been. This is who you are, or rather, these are the things the traits that you have. Then being able to navigate through that space and say, okay, I see all these bad things arising. I also see the good things arising. How do I embrace them with a heart of tenderness and wisdom? Not hate myself for it, but actually use that as a tool for developing a lot more self-compassion. And in the process of doing that finding ways of sort of reducing the rate of those things arising and maybe eventually eradicating them.
I definitely hear you, Maze. And I guess we all have that, unajua, in our different ways. Personally, I haven't thought about it in quite a while, at least in that way. In that way.
Don't think about it.
No, but yangu imekuwa a little more, let's see, because Nico, I have been there, and probably even the last time we spoke about it, probably I shared something very maybe present continuous then. But for now, Maze, bro, within the last couple of weeks, I have buried a loved one. And the act of burial inakumbusha nini momento mori.
This is your cousin.
This is my little cousin. And I remember just looking at them and thinking, that's not them, unajua. And the reason I bring this up is because hiyo season ilinikumbusha a lot to be a little more kinder with myself, unajua. Nilikuwa tu, when you notice them, just not brush them off because you won't work on them. It's just try and focus on the more, okay, I failed at that. Okay, ni sawa. At least I'm doing this. Hiyo tuta work better. So I won't beat myself up as much. Because, bro, I don't know. Easy moments, zikumbusha mse. We're not here for too long. In fact, that was one of the things I woke up today morning thinking about, Nico. We don't have forever, man. Like I think pia feed yangu at times yukuwa too weird. Because kwa feed yangu nitaona, there's some new, sijui what that imeingia kwa galaxy yetu, na inakam na speed gani. Alaka hiyo nilikuwa naona ni like, it's the size of half a giraffe. Na nakumbuka argument ilikuwa, what does half a giraffe mean? Is it like neck kwenda juu, ama umeismark katikati? But either way, Nico, half a giraffe is so tiny, but this is news. Then inashinda kikumbusha, man, we are just in this space, just, unajua, we are on a freaking rock, tunazunguka tu somehow. Now unaambia on top of this billion planets, there this billion whatever there, nini. It's weird for me, but I think yushinda ikikam kwa feed yangu cause mimi fan wa Interstellar vibaya sana, the Chris Nolan film.
Chris Nolan,
but every time mi ukumbuka how tiny we are, you nipea tu piece ya whatever, man. And on the other side,
there's a name for it, for this the idea of cosmic insignificance.
There you go. That's actually it. That's actually it. But on the reverse, pia inanisaidia tu to celebrate the good times and the unajua, the happier things. Nikiwa ka moment I'm in the zone. Today I was in rehearsal, and we normally, so how I break down my rehearsals, I'll do the first few weeks, I'll do blocking rehearsals. Then in the second one, I'll do action rehearsals, such that by the time we are barely 2 weeks in, and I'm almost done with the whole project. And kimbiza say, just so that you, at least when you're approaching your character, you sort of know this is where we are going. But leo ilikuwa pia one of my final blocking sessions. But I was in the zone, bro. I made it an action rehearsal. And for me, an action rehearsal means pause. Let's talk about this moment. Let's build this moment. Let's get your why. And let's, unajua. And stage manager aniangaliza, bro, isi nungeko ushamaliza, tuende na steam bana. Mi niko, I'm in the zone. Don't, si sahi. Of course, after break, nilikuwa, okay, I got you. Sawa, lazima ni tick off. Niseme at least, nimemaliza another scene on top. So, the opposite of that for me has been choosing to like double down on like really good moments. Na leo kwanza niliingia, nikiwa feel, hata kiusingizi akija tosha. Zana niko hapa tu, nikomboka. Then I like I'm trying to now, because I have a few projects I'm writing, I'm trying to do my morning pages. So saa zingine hata morning pages itamanisha just replying to an email. So niliingia, I replied to an email, niko, okay, let's go. But vile get steam, nilikuwa, nice, we're in the zone. So niko, such moments, kimbia nazo. So that even when I realize, hapo nimehema, I wouldn't beat myself unajua too much about it. Nakuwa oh well, at least 1 to 3 things are working. Note to self, will do better there. So yeah, I'm not thinking about it too much. I'm really, honestly bro, I'm really trying to prime my state.
Yep.
Shout out Prime Your State podcast.
From 7 years ago.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm really trying to prime my mind there. Co-invite to happy thoughts. And
amazing,
it's not
man.
that I'm not unajua recognizing the tougher ones or the bad ones. Niko tu, I see you there, but I don't want to give you my energy.
You're killing it, man.
Yeah,
amazing,
man. So pole tu.
No, yeah, I think I've been sort of in this whole thing of seeing a lot of the negative things.
Okay.
I think I'm getting better at being okay with them, because equally there's a lot of wholesome things and a lot of wholesome thoughts, right? There's things that I do well, right? I think.
That's it.
Unajua, like me siko too made up of matope.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Unajua, like, you know, so I have to remind myself that
You're winning, man. You're winning. And
yeah, tell my mind that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of days, tell my mind that. Apana.
Yeah.
Haiwezi bana.
Hey, bro. Okay. Yeah. What are you most proud of? I'm counting your wins within the many years that umeishi so far. Unajua ni many but not too many. And in a couple of weeks unatana new year.
You're turning that 6 in a few weeks.
Bro, man.
Yeah.
Sasa unaweza run for president.
Imagine, we say hatuwezi pata youth fund anymore.
Maze.
Does it even exist? Does the youth fund exist?
I don't know, man. Ningeenda tangent. Sherehe story.
We forgot to mention about these times that we're living in. Rest in peace to everyone who's been affected by
man.
This time of this country. It's a weird place to be in.
Yeah, for sure, man. But there's a reason why we are adults now. Unajua, otherwise tungekuwa adults time ya Maumau ama time ya Moses. So however which way we found ourselves here, there was meaning for us to be adults in such a presidency, for us to unajua tungekuwa watoi, tungekuwa tunakunywa maziwa ya Nyayo, but we are adults now. There has to be a reason, man. But yeah, anyway, yes. You're no longer youth, bro.
Yeah, what am I most proud of?
Yes, sir.
That's a good question that I have not even thought about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No pressure, man.
I think I'm proud to be a father. I'm not even proud. I'm just lucky to be a father. I think that's been the main thing for me.
Yeah.
It's such a wonderful thing. I feel like if I would rank everything in my life, that would definitely be second on the list.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. What would be first?
What would be first? The first is I feel like I have figured out the meaning of life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There seems to be a direction in which it's really, really treacherous, and really hard to do. But the meaning of life seems to be this journey towards back home internally, towards the mind and sort of purifying the mind. And that seems to be the meaning of life. And
I like that you used seems.
Yes,
okay.
seems, right? Yeah. Because again, this, I don't know. You never have full conviction about these things.
Yeah.
It could be Mazen and Jehovah Wanyonyi is right.
You know, bro.
We'll never find.
Exactly, man.
We could be here 6 years from now and we're like, Jehovah Wanyonyi was right. So it seems that there's something there.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say necessarily proud. I would say I have been very, very excited about finding that path out and being devoted to it.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I think that's what, it's really, really hard. Like even all these things that we're talking about, it's just a byproduct of that. Where you see every motivation and every intention about the thing you're about to do, about the thing you're about to say. And you can see that very clearly. And now you have to walk the path of figuring out where it's coming from and why.
Yeah.
Because, again, the other thing is a lot of who we are is actually, all of who we are is coming from somewhere. Right? It's a product of everything that we've been up to this point.
Yeah.
Our bringing, our environment, the people we've interacted with, etc. So like all these things that come to our minds, all the thoughts that come, they're coming from somewhere. So like being able to see that. Anyway, I think that's the one thing that I'm really happy about discovering.
Yeah.
And then family, wife, kids. That seems to be, that's up there. And then we're going to talk about friendship as well. Because I think that's the other sustaining thing. I'm really happy that I've been able to have good friends around me. Yeah. That has kept me going, man, continuously.
Yeah.
I find it very hard to imagine how I'd be without friends.
Yeah.
Like ni hard to imagine. Like bila mse kama wako life yangu, ama like you know some of the other guys in my life, Abu here and a few more friends. Sijui life ingekuaje.
Yeah.
So there is the lack of that, but also there is the intentionality of maintaining and continuously cultivating those friendship and those really good and wholesome people that come to your life. And you know things just click and you make a call and you sort of make a promise to yourself that I'm going to nurture this, come what may. I'm going to cultivate this continuously. Maybe sometimes it's in a self-serving way, because you know how much it sort of makes your life a whole lot better. It improves the experience of it improves this human experience for you. But I think it's also the other way around. I think it's just, again, I think I like this word, energy giving. It's full of just positive energy. Yeah.
It's as giving as it is selfish.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's how I'd rank. I wouldn't say proud necessarily.
Yeah.
But I'm happy about those.
Yeah. I like that, Maze.
I'm also happy about my mother. I'm really, really happy about my mother. We've gone full circle in so many ways, but she and I are. She's loving and I'm loving to her, and just having her as a gift to me. Yeah. I'm really happy about that.
Oh man, that's beautiful, bana. That's really dope. I don't know, list yangu probably hata itaanza hapo. Itaanza na relationship yangu na mother. Yeah.
Your mother is dope, man.
Yeah, my mom is cool people. So
yeah, she's really cool.
Definitely. A huge friendship there. There's a lot of love there. There's a lot of intentionality in building that relationship. So yeah, that would be ranking on my list somewhere. And definitely career and self. Like Nico, yes, unaweza attribute a lot of things to hard work. Unaweza attribute a good chunk to just sheer luck, bro. Na pia sasa the greater chunk to just graces na favor. Na again to maombi za madhe.
Yeah.
But for me pia hiyo inaweza kuwa kwa list yangu if I was to put down a list. Built a career somehow bro. Like somehow, like tulikuwa naongea na Abu juu ya the kifo kisimani. Unajua full circle. The beginnings of, then yet here you are. So I'm directing the upcoming one, 2nd and 3rd. Jane Bavan, buy your tickets already.
We should release this episode before. Abu, no pressure. Grace, no pressure.
Done. But I'm watching this guy playing Gege. He's hilarious. He's fantastic. That was my first role.
Bro.
Like, namcheki tu hapo. Niko tu, bro. I remember after the first show, tulikuwa Limuru. I don't know which school that was. Nalienda tu atakona nikaangalia Limuru niko. Well, dear career, here I come. Unajua? I didn't know what I meant by that, but I just remember just going,
this is it.
And I remember that moment, bro. I don't remember where exactly we were, but I know ilikuwa sides za Limuru because it was cold na nilikuwa naona like milima, mabonde, tambarare, na nilikuwa alone and just thinking. And so it begins, having no idea what that was. And so coming back to now directing it, inakuwa ona fiti sana. And this is right off the back of nimefanya After 4:30 by David Milo. I did translation for
Kimathi.
Dedan Kimathi. Right before that we did African Twist by Mado. Unajua, like I've had the honor of standing on the shoulders of the greats before me, bro, and I love the mutual respect and love for each other. And mi ni kijana tu wa mtaani, bro. Like mi ni kijana wa mtaani, man. Like bro, maze, mi ni msee wa mtaani mbaya.
Matoni mnoma.
but nonetheless, man, like bro, hii studio tuko ni bigger than ile how mi nimegrow up, man. Fuck, man. But bro,
it's okay.
Fuck, man. Man. Bro, mimi nimefuatwa na grace ingine, yani ni maombi ya madhe. Ajua. So somehow una find tu asante. Umeinama tu na umefanya job na umechoka, man, but you wake up and keep going, because hauna choice, bro. And so ni a huge blessing for me. I had to change topic.
So I see it's a really a necessary joke, but I'll go ahead and make it. Kuna joke also nasema men don't want to go to therapy, so they start podcasts.
Exactly.
But this is more wholesome than that. So but that's beautiful, man.
For sure. But again, maombi za madhe. I'm also super proud of my younger bro, man. Tumetoka mbali, bro. Mbali. So come the new year, tuzidishe, hatujui njia ingine. Hatujui njia ingine. Let's talk a bit about Mali tuko as a country, man. How you feeling, man? Vile tu tumerealize we are adults in the now. How you feeling about everything going on?
I think I keep coming back to, I have these moments of such excitement about the moments, because about this wave and this season, because I see so much potential, and then I get caught up in that wave as well, and then before long I realize how hard it is to change anything. At least based on what is the status quo. I'll tell right now. I'm reading as part of a book club. I mean, nasoma book ya Ngugi inaitwa Petals of Blood. This is like, set in the 1970s, right? But you could take that, whatever he's talking about there. Ngugi has this thing where he sort of shares his ideas through his characters and through the discussions of his characters. But you could take those conversations and place them in 2025, and you'd not notice the difference.
Super relevant.
It's actually the same exact thing. It's so timely. So you realize that on one hand we are the adults right now, but then there's been, it feels like it's just circular, just going round. It's just a phase, and then we'll be back here again. So I get through those moments of not feeling helpless necessarily, but just feeling lost, because I do not know how to proceed. How do I even contribute, right? Other than going to the streets, which I thought was going to be impactful. I'm not, I don't know, right? So I get energized so much, and then I feel lost again. And also that's because maybe I've not spent enough time thinking about it or talking to the relevant people. But I do agree with you that it's our time now, and so it's our responsibility to make our country better. It's our responsibility to do whatever we can to make the continent better for the next generation. I think the how, I don't know. Anything I say will just be, will not be well thought out.
And I'm sure it feels like that for a lot of people, Maze. Unajua, it's almost a helplessness, but you also don't want to give in to that. You don't want to
cannot give into that. We cannot fully give it, because that stops us from actually thinking about the solution. Right? So we cannot accept our helplessness, in as much as that's maybe how it tends to feel at some point. we cannot give into that.
We can't give in to that, man. And I think kuna denily feel that helpless. Kuna like the most recent ones. I think nilikuwa an all-nighter on set shooting some TV. Check out Kware coming on your screens.
Yeah, man.
20th of July. Kaisha tokea
Station gani?
Kware. Itakuwa Maisha Magic.
On Maisha Magic.
Yeah.
QWARE.
Exactly,
Fantastic.
man. Mambo mbaya. So anyway, I think nilikuwa nimetoka full night, then the following day ndio riot, so zilanipata namka slightly late hiyo tu ya okay, so what's going on, man. And unaangalia timeline yako and there is so much blood. Nakumbuka hata tulikuwa tuanze kupush like live. This can happen at the same time. And that was one of those days uko I don't know what to do. Kuna I think nimewahi kupea hii riba ya katikati ya COVID, niliamka tu nimekasirika niko bro, me I'm running for president. Unajua like things are not going right, I might as well take charge. Alafu 2 weeks later Nindaiga and call, so bado una run for presidency. What you talking about, maze? So I wasn't one of those makasiriko, but uko tu space here. So what can we do? Honestly, Lynn, bring back to, because these guys are also working twice as hard to now change the narrative, because there's power in telling the story. So they're trying to take charge of, now wana make stories za ujinga, yani like za ujinga hadi uko si basi mko salt to script writer mjue vile hii narration mtatuchapia. This is i.e. the government guys. Na nilikuwa na keti tu niko, you know what, hata kasi immediate tutaenda the Mahatma Gandhi way, fagia kwako tu, unajua, like wherever you are, if you're in tech, start seeing what we can do in that direction. If we're in the arts, start doing things that zita awaken the mind, because whether they like it or not, ka tuko ready, then tuko njiani, the age of the Aquarius, maze. Time ya breaking of chains iko hapa before we know it. If ka iko ready, in your time, rise ya mind itakuwa on the next level, maze. Na iyo rise haita happen to everyone. But for the few who do, there is power there. So whether they like it, nilikuwa nasikia one of us guys speaking ako, time ya nani ya mkuzusha, hata Orezo aliongea na words guys, time ya nani ya mkuzusha, sai mnazusha, mbona sisi ya mtuachi uko. This is the most clogged up thinking utaisikia leader na bonga, and itabidi umefika place ya ni sawa, wacha ajibonge sahi ndio tuwaone, na si kwa sababu we will unajua tuta go against them in a certain way, but what a stand out, unajua tutaona so okay, sawa, you shall know them kwa vilemba vyao, the Caswells and the rest, unajua it was only a matter of time, then uko we see you, it is well noted. There is coming a time, whether it's within the next few months, within the next few years, within the next 10 years, but change has to come, whether we like it or not. Unajua, hata wakishoot kila mtu mguu, tutakroll to those polling stations if it's a ballot revolution. So niko, mtu afagie tu kwake, like sana the no, true story, do your gig. Hey, if you are Kanjo, be the best Kanjo that could ever be. Unajua, change the narrative. If you feel look outnumbered in the Senate, then be the best at that. If we all try and do that, then niko somehow tutashikiliana na tutarise tuseme Butangi moja. Tutarise tuseme Butangi forever, maze.
I have a question
that
I think we've talked about when Wanjira was on the podcast. I can't remember which episode that was.
Shout out Wanjira, man.
Shout out Wanjira. She's still there, going hard. Is it possible to do this from a place of non-hatred and non-anger?
I don't know, bro. What I do know is there is power in that as well. There's power in the anger, because it gives you, and at times you can't even help it. Unajua, hatujafika place tunaweza inaitwaje sieve whatever is being thrown at us. At times unasha tu timeline yako, una log out kiwa umekasirika, because some of these things they're saying are absolute, they make you mad. Some of these things they're doing, they make you mad. We can't all control that. Watu watakuwa enraged, maze. So I don't know, sijui vile si wote tunaweza ingia space ya zen, but I also do agree there has to be a change of tact from our way, because at times hiyo kuwa enraged inatu blind kwa sports fulani, na hapo ndio ana take advantage, na hapo ndio atapoint unaona amekunja ngumi sasa, unajua. So I get that, but I don't know, maybe I'm sure there could be, but
because my very not uninformed really, but my opinion is that the anger is very useful in as far as seeing the things, because anger is it's a message that is communicating, right? It's a feeling that arises to tell you that there's something that you do not agree with, right? But then once we get that message, is it possible for us to sort of take a step back and say, okay, hii anger tumefeel imetushow message fulani, right? Imetushow it's time for a change. Now let's step back and ask ourselves, what's this change going to look like? Because if that anger keeps on simmering, then it sort of stops us from seeing reality and taking decisions that will actually take us in a direction that is useful for us as a people.
I agree.
Right? So I don't know. And again, this is not very well. It's just because I'm also at this space, so I don't know. Like nakubali mi sijui tutaendaje.
Yeah.
Ukiniuliza by this nini sijui, like that's my honest answer. But I do know that if we don't use that anger and harness it for sort of getting the message and then taking a step back and in a non-anger kind of way and non-hatred kind of way, then we end up becoming the same people.
Yeah, itarudi kuwa cyclic again.
Yeah.
I think itabaki kuwa thought leaders, and maybe that's where soon enough we'll have to underline the leadership factor. Unajua, because one of the things that is making this thing work is because it feels formless, because it feels headless. Yeah, so it's only a matter of time that itabidi saa kukuwe na okay, thought leaders wako hapa, ama hawa ndio wana guide the way, so that hawa wanasaidia kutuliza, unajua. Yet one of the strengths is it is quote unquote leaderless.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Tukienda next whatever, probably as tunaenda tukiwind up pole pole. How are you feeling? Is it 5 years in? Tulifungua lini podcast?
Wow, 2020.
Bro,
it's 5 years.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Congrats on 5. It's going to be 5 years when I think in October or November. September. Yeah, it's been 5 years of doing this thing that we really really enjoy.
Auja give up, maze. Amna 100 million followers.
Kwa sababu we are followers.
Bro,
we do it for the love, we not do it for the likes. Yeah, in the soundtrack. Abu kayo ka soundtrack.
Do
Si gali creeper peke. Copyright. Yeah. But sileka gali creeper. Eka instrumental pia. Time ya kunichoma Abu just plays all the music. When it comes to putting things that are actually
copyright,
he says copyright. How does this thing work? It feels very one-sided.
Anyway, unafilaje? How has it been, man?
No, it's been great. I enjoy doing this. I really really enjoy, and it's one of these things that I really do for the sake of doing them. Like today feels like another wholesome day in the midst of all the chaos and in the midst of all everything that's happening. Maybe it also saves us from therapy money.
Watu ende therapy. Sianze ma podcast.
Yeah, and also like this little community that we've built, I hope that they also benefit, because this gives us a lot of joy and a lot of happiness. Vitu very very wholesome.
Yeah. And
I hope that anyone who works with us and who we've journeyed with for the last 5 years, Abu, Grace, Monique, Maria, everyone, including Jackie, who's still around.
Yeah.
I hope that all of them can get something, some peace, or I don't know, just something that is different from everything out there.
Yeah.
That might help them in some ways just feel a little bit more at ease on this journey of life. Maybe a new perspective, maybe a lesson from everyone who comes here that they can use in their lives, and maybe come out on the other side with a lot more progress.
Yes.
And then anyone who listens as well, like, all our 200, 300 listeners.
Shout out to you guys, Maze.
I hope that it's been great for you so far.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep doing it. We just keep listening and sharing, because I think we've managed to make it work in a way that does not feel depleting. I think that's a word. It's not another thing that we have to continuously and consistently think about, and then it just ends up sapping all the energy. I mean, there's enough things to do that.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Oh man, that's dope, bana. I like that you mentioned community. And ningependa ku shout out everyone who listens to us, maze, everyone who's out here sharing, the ones who text or call. Occasionally you update kwa group useme, so and so maze ametuma hii. Same to me. Occasionally I'll share niseme, a friend listen. So shout out to all of them, bana. Within the borders, beyond the borders for sure. I love when Manu calls and ananiambia alisikiza episode fulani maze, we spoke about a week ago, ako, yo man, I always think this is my favorite episode, but this one is my favorite. So last week call akoniambia, bro, yasi utana Smith. So ako, Smith, Tugi wa yaki.
bro
Tugi niko ilikuwa maze Tugi, you know. And I love it when ataskiza na feel, unajua, a lot of healing, a lot of lessons from them. Sindio? And not only him, everyone else who hits us up in different ways. As ingine nitatembea home ni get madhia miweka kwa screen na cheza in the background. Niko, hey, that's what's up. So for those guys who are listening, maze, asanteni sana. Keep doing so, bana. Share, tell your friends. You never know whether hata unatusikiza 2063 vile si upenda kusema after episode ya one of a guests, or hata in the now, like as soon as, unajua siku hizi at times una realize imeuploadiwa alafu kuna watu washasikiza, like no si imekuwa like 1 hour. Hawa watu wanasikiza hadi niko ama nikamandea na download tu ndio tuone kuna number. So shout out to you guys, man. So much
have
love.
A click farm in Bangladesh.
Exactly.
Nimelipa my guys. If I was to do this, he has to do that for millions of guys.
You know. So I think that's really important. But then again, candle I lose light kwa sharing. So in this way, I feel the guests who come wanna share a lot of light our way. And like we always say, hata kani selfish, it's good to just sit chini ya miguu yao na kutake all the
man. Like the Victor episode as well as actually the last 2 episodes were phenomenal.
Fire,
they were fire. Maureen, and then before that Victor. Man, lots of feedback as well. So they seem to really resonate with a lot of people in our circles who are living this experience. So we're happy. It resonates with us 100%. It's super helpful. And I can't wait for my kids to listen to this episode as well.
Bro. Yeah. That would be dope.
Yeah.
Anakuja kuambia Tugi wa yaki. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Oh, good.
As we wind up, movies, maze, mwaka maze kumekuwa na movie fresh aje.
Oh, man. No, you really want to go there?
Sinners, man.
Sinners is the best film
ever
done in a while.
Okay, in a while.
Yeah. Naweza sema of this millennium.
Yeah.
That's your last 25 years. I would say it's an important film. Super exciting. Mi niliwatch mara kadhaa.
Oh, seriously?
Of course, bro. Wow. Of course mara kadhaa. But nimewatch F1 pia. F1 was dope.
Yeah, I watched F1 as well.
Pretty dope. Yeah. But I don't think it's the greatest like F1 movie done. I'm a race car at least. My favorite has to be, what's the other? Ford versus Ferrari.
Tom Cruise, no?
Not Tom Cruise. That is the guy who played Batman.
Yeah, I see.
Gimme. Yes, Christian Bale. Yeah, that was a far more heart-wrenching film. And see goes too juu that, but man, it was fantastic.
I think the F1 movie is sort of, on one hand, it's a marketing thing for F1. Mm-hmm. And it resonates so much with people who actually watch F1. I remember like leaving the theater and everyone was clapping because of that last scene. And, when people see Lando Norris and Max Verstappen on screen, they get so excited. So like the fact they were able to bring this story and then sort of put it in modern day context, or in the context of this year, the last 2 years. I think that was really phenomenal.
That was a fantastic.
Back at the paddock, and they recorded within the paddock, and you can see like all the team principals and the teams that you know.
Yeah,
I found that.
Did you know they actually shot it live, like as during breaks? That there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Because so my wife and I really, really enjoyed it, and we were trying to go a lot more to the movies. Sinners, though, is my favorite movie.
Yes.
And it's simply because it's a great movie in every single way. But I'm a huge fan of Michael B. Jordan since Wallace.
Since The Wire.
Since The Wire.
Bro,
Wallace.
I see you, man.
Your string. Why is Wallace? Yeah, man. So seeing him like grow up. And you see the thing about Michael B. I would never have thought that he was the guy from The Wire who was going to be this big.
Yeah.
Going to be this good. I'd never have guessed it.
Yeah. No, Favor has found him for sure, man. And he works hard. You can tell. You can tell. No, it has to be the biggest film this year. Mission Impossible was fantastic as well. I've never been a fan of the franchise, but this one hii pia ilikuwa, I think ilikuwa tu ile a last swing bana, and Tom Cruise has built a good career. Like looking at Brad Pitt, looking at Tom Cruise, Nico, these guys, again, another thought, some existential thing bana. Today morning nilikuwa nayo, Nico, can it be good consistently? Because I want to believe it can be. And so I had to think about these people. Because especially as a creative, you get a good one and go, oof, I don't know when next.
Can I replicate that?
Yeah, when's the next one? But when you look at such careers, uko, man, I want to believe it can be good. I want to believe you can be on a consistent role. I want to see that for us. I want to see that for myself. Unajua si ile uko hii kisha tuko, now the wait. I don't want to go through the wait, bro. I want another juicy one and another juicy one. And I know there's a lot of taking. But I also know there's a lot of give and giving. So anyway, yes, Tom Cruise, phenomenal career. Ryan Coogler, bro, man. Like, again, I think he's the man of the year. Yes, like Michael B for sure, but I think Ryan Coogler is the man of the year. Is there
Ryan Coogler without Michael B and vice versa?
Yes, there is. Yes, because remember, like, again, like you said, The Wire existed before Nani's career took off. Yeah, so as much as they've done projects together, Ryan Coogler with his company, Proximity Media, wame venture out into so many other things, from docus to, like, there's a way they're together but not together. Cheki na shouti out hapa Proximity, nipatieni kazi by the way. Akikuja hapa aseme read about Yomo Kenyatta. Not that one, so much kwa Nkrumah bro. But anyway, nilikuwa wapi? Sasa umeanza hii stories za filamu. Tutaenda kwa minute.
You have a show on radio. Wind up. You have a show on radio.
I do actually have a show on radio. So guys can tune in every Thursday to Center Stage on Power Radio. Check us out everywhere, PAWA Radio. And I review films, I talk about the latest in theater and so on, maze. But I hope unataka kuuliza juu ya mziki, because mziki out here.
Yeah, that's actually the next thing. Music.
Bro, I should have thought about this before I came. Clips for sure, but clips iko around probably number 3 for me. I love the clips, but si sana pia. My album of the year, I'm sure tutaattach hizi majina. So far
it's been 6 months.
So far I think I have my top 3. I could naweza eka clips number 3, naweza eka what's this guy's name, nipatiwe simu yangu,
Lil Wayne.
No, that was a bad that was such shout out Lil Wayne, man. Man, that was such a heartbreaking album. Nilikuwa nasikiza za I skipped a lot of songs, and then Nico, no, it's Lil Wayne. Wacha nisikuwe disrespectful. It wasn't a good project. It was not a good. Aki, I'm sorry, Lil Wayne. You're still the OG. Anaongea na Kiswahili ndio asikach.
Anasikiza.
But my favorite two have to be from the UK. Sims. Lil Sims. Album yake ni fantastic. Inaitwa, is it Lotus? I think it's called Lotus. I think it's very well done. No, Kendi has it, it's fine. I think it's very well done. And Wretch 32. Wretch has a fantastic album. It is magnificent. Yeah, but the Lil Sims is a great artist. I think if there was ever envy, man, Lil Sims, you cook. you cook. Otherwise,
Nice.
shout out J. Cole. I miss you, man. Man, put
Same.
out projects, man.
Shout out Chronics, I miss you, man.
Oh yeah. Shout out Jerai, man. Holla at your boy.
Jerai is dope.
Yeah, Jerai is dope.
Me, nothing much really.
Good.
Nothing much.
Had the band hajatoa.
Bana, but Okelomax.
Ah.
Okelomax, actually I'm gonna see Okelomax tonight. That is like the first Kenyan show I've watched in maybe forever.
Okay.
Since maybe Alani days.
Enjoy, man.
Yeah. So he's launching his album called Healing tonight.
Okay.
We just decided to go.
Yeah.
We've discussed this before. Like, I'm a fan of all these guys, but I never make time to go for their shows.
Go. That's what's up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go see Okelomax. Shout out Watendawili. As well, locally. Just all over the place.
Yeah.
Listen to
Shout out Bien, bana.
Shout out Bien.
Bien
Wow.
is Maze, I'm so proud to be a Kenyan, man.
Yeah.
Bien is doing good. Good for Bien.
Yeah. But other than that, nothing much.
Okay.
Listening to a lot of dub music.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. Dub music is dope.
Yeah.
And then something also that's very like left of this conversation. I was just thinking about this today, last thing as we wind up. The current Pope, what's his name? Pope Leo. He's brought about this thing of bringing back Latin chanting. So like Gregorian singing into back to the church.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a guy who's after my heart.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kondani kabisa.
My favorite thing about the Catholicism is the music. The music is so good.
Yeah.
For me personally. Like I still
I
listen to a lot of Gregorian chants and I don't know what it is about them.
Yeah. No, there's something about
them.
I remember I used to, maybe I should go back to this, but I remember I used to do you do more serious ones. You do what are they called? The silent retreats.
The meditation ones,
There you go. So yours ni gangster, yours ni days and days. So I'd do 2 or 3 days of in-between breaks. And the in-between breaks ilikuwa na a lot of chants and nini. And there was something it does to you, especially if you grew up a little Catholic.
Exactly. There's something about it. There's something about the connection to the divine that is opened up by, I don't know, these little moments that we went through in our lives. Exactly. Like for me, my spiritual journey, as you know, is very intricate. But still, even when I am meditating and sort of getting into that meditation mood, I find it easier for the music that I listen before that to be Gregorian chants as opposed to any kind of music.
I hear you, bro.
Right? And I don't even understand what they're saying. I don't even but it opens like this whole realm for me. No, I like the place zone to your work. And for me it's not only just that, because for instance with that frequency I listen to Ka Divine Mercy na Kiswahili. So there's unajua vile wimbo very then that does something to me. But on the other hand pia, like worship music, like nikidu some Alice Kimanzi or something, there's something it does about
to
it. Yes,
inaguza mahali uko bravo. That is different.
Music is so powerful. Like that scene on Sinners.
The sin of the century.
The sin of the century, man.
Oh man, Sinners was really good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, bro.
Nice catching up.
Yeah.
To all those who are listening, watching, asanteni sana for listening to our last hour.
Before 70.
Before 70. It's been amazing doing this with you, and I wouldn't do it any other way.
Me too, man. Me too, man. I love you, man.
Love you too, man.
Ladies and gents, you know where to find us this and every other time. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for hitting us up. And you know where we are. We are
at busybeingborn.africa. Busy Being Born, tuangalia camera.
Oh yeah?
busybeingborn.africa. And on social media, everywhere at busybeingborn_.
Yes, sir. Hit us up, Maze. Hit us up.
Hit us up and enjoy. And I hope this has been as nourishing for you as it has been for us through the years.
Na tuzidi bana to many more. Shout out everyone behind the scenes. Good to have you with us, Monique. Flop. Unafaa cross screen at least tukuone tukusalimie. Asante sana. Shout out to everyone, Maze. Asante sana Abu. Asante sana Grace. God bless you guys. Tuzidi Kikodu.
Come on, and you know, as we always say, if you're not busy being born,
then you're probably busy not leaving.
Peace.
Yes, sir. That was 50,000 hours?
No, just 1 hour, 1 minute.
Oh, okay, so locked in.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Do look out for more from us. For now, Kwaheri.